Hello everyone. We are going to understand what is evaluation path in organizational management. So we will first understand what is evaluation path and then look at an example of an evaluation path. So what is evaluation path? Evaluation paths represents a chain of relationships between object types. Chain of relationships is an evaluation path. By specifying the several objects and relationships, the evaluation path will analyze your organization structure and retrieve the several objects included on it. An evaluation path is an instruction to the system which determines which object types and relationships are to be included in an evaluation of your organizational plan. One or more relationships are then used as navigation paths for evaluating structural information in your organizational plan. So what is evaluation path? So now there are 15 organizational units, for example. So there are 15 organizational units and there are 55 or 60 positions and there are different employees assigned to those positions. So it's an organizational structure. Now if a manager of a particular organizational unit wants a report that shows employees of only that organizational unit, he is not interested to see the reporting structure of any other department, but he wants to evaluate particular section of the organizational structure, then the evaluation path concept is coming here. Because as per the manager's request, he says, okay, I want to know how many persons are basically, I would say how many persons belong to these org units. For example, he is telling there are 2 org units. He wants to find how many total employees who belongs to that, to those org units. So now this evaluation path concept is coming here. So when I show you practically, it will be more clear. So how to create an evaluation path? So evaluation paths, there are some standard evaluation paths which are available and which are delivered by SAP. But if your company thinks like none of these evaluation paths is meeting their requirement, then they can create their own evaluation path which starts with the letter Z. So any evaluation path which starts with the alphabet Z, it's a custom evaluation path. So now let us see an example here in this slide, one of the standard evaluation paths which SAP has delivered, such as person. So the text of this evaluation path is like staff assignments along organizational structure. So once you define the evaluation path, then so first of all you have to name the evaluation path. First of all you have to name the evaluation path. Then you have to basically connect the object, because evaluation path is nothing but chain of relationships. So what this evaluation path person is looking for? The evaluation path person is the name of the evaluation path. It doesn't mean employee, but they just gave the name. So what it is looking? It is starting from the organizational unit. It is going to the position. See, org unit incorporates position. Then it is basically finding the holders of that position. So for example, this org unit is having nearly 60 or 50 positions. Then it goes and finds the holders of those positions. Once these holders are derived, then we are telling, okay, go to the next org unit and go down all the levels one by one. So it depends, like it's totally basically depends on the requirement, how the company wants to evaluate a particular section in the whole org structure. So in this evaluation path, the requirement could be like, okay, I need to know the persons of an org unit. So the relationship should start with org unit, incorporates position, and relationship holder, like here it comes. So we are basically interested in finding the employees, persons. So that is evaluation path. You are even though the structure is whole big picture, but you are just evaluating a particular section from this structure. So this is evaluation path. So evaluation path is always required if only when there is a specific requirement for a particular department or manager, like he wants to only see the evaluation of a small section of the whole org structure. Now once the evaluation path is completed, you can basically test it to see what it is basically giving the output. So the transaction code is PPST. Through this transaction you can basically run your evaluation path. For example, if you see here, there is an evaluation path person which is standard evaluation path, standard. So now in this screen we are putting the plan version, for example, whatever the plan version. So in the practical I will show you our plan version, but this is something the screen I'm showing as an example. So this is the plan version. This is I'm telling, okay, fine, this report should start from the org unit. Which org unit? This 50003. So and then I'm attaching the evaluation path here. So if you go back, so this is the evaluation path. So our evaluation path is starting from the org unit. So in this particular screen we are giving which org unit. So it starts from this. So whichever org object ID, this is the ID of the organizational unit. So whatever ID you enter here, the evaluation path will start from this organizational unit. If you leave this field blank, then it will give you the whole complete list of the org units. So you should basically enter that org unit from where you want to derive the evaluation path. Once you execute, this will give you the output of the evaluation path. So now let us go back and see in practically how we can create a evaluation path. So I'm entering my user ID, I'm entering my password. So now I'm going to SPRO, which is configuration. I'm clicking on IMG. Then I'm going to personal management. In the personal management, I'm going to organizational management. And then in organizational management, you are going to maintain evaluation paths. Now click on this one. This screen will come, and then you can click the new entries and you can give the evaluation path. So example, I have given an evaluation, I've just created an evaluation path, Zenith. Let me show you, just a second here. So let me search here. So this is the evaluation path I created, Zenith person. So once you name the evaluation path, then you have to go and click on this evaluation path, individual maintenance. I'm clicking on this one. So now I basically defined a evaluation path, like, okay, this is the evaluation path name, but what it is actually doing, it is basically starting from the org unit and it is finding the position, because O is for org unit, S is for position. Once it finds the position, then I'm finding the holder, which is nothing but the persons assigned to those positions. Once I derive the persons, then I am telling the system, okay, go and find the next org unit which is reporting to this top one. So once I complete the evaluation path here, so these are the, I would say, steps. The last section, if you see, last column, if you see, this is the skip. What does this mean, skip? If at all, if you want to just see these particular employees in the evaluation of this particular evaluation path, and you do not want to see the output of the position or this org unit, only you are interested to see the person, then you can skip those two. So but I'm just keeping this right now so that I'll show you practically. So I have created my evaluation path. I'm saving it. Okay, once I told you there is a transaction code called PPST. So once I enter into this transaction code PPST, so now I want to see the evaluation path structure. I am entering my evaluation plan version. So if you recall the previous lecture, the plan version which we created is ZA. Now I am telling the system start with the org unit. I'm also telling the system which org unit. So yesterday, I mean, if you remember, like in the previous class, I basically created org unit, right, or org structure. So I'm trying to find that particular org unit. So Zenith Executive Board, I'm clicking on this. So I'm basically selecting this org unit. Now I'm telling the system, hey, you should start from this org unit, and then I am entering my evaluation path which I have created. See, now the system knows which plan version it has to look, because plan version is very important here, because we created our org units, our positions in this plan version. If you recall my previous lecture, if you don't recall, I would recommend to go back and see that video, because we started with this plan version and then we created the organizational unit, job, positions in this particular plan version. So once you enter this value, so what this particular report, this is a report, what it does, it looks at this evaluation path and it knows in this evaluation path we instructed the system to start with the organizational unit. Now the system also knows from which org unit, from this org unit. So already in the evaluation path we basically instructed the system that it should start with org unit, but the system doesn't know which org unit. For that is the reason why we have to give the org unit here. Otherwise the system will not know from which org unit are we telling the system to evaluate. So once you enter all these values, you hit execute. Once you execute this, so this gives me the structured display. It basically shows me the same way how I basically gave the evaluation path. So this is org unit and this is position, and position is assigned to a person here. So now if I go back to this evaluation path here, and if I am telling the system, okay, I don't want to see the position, I don't want to see the another org unit, I only want to see the person. So just checkbox the skip and save it. So save it here, again come back to this structure maintenance, go back, again execute this. See, those positions and other org units were skipped. I mean, you're not able to see here. Why? Because we just check marked here to skip. So this is the evaluation path. So this is very easy, and the only thing is that you have to create your own evaluation path and test it through this particular report called PPST, transaction PPST. It is in my slide also, and get familiar what the output of the evaluation path is coming. Hope you enjoyed this class. Thank you.